You know, Jimmy? Well, I can't say that you've never been responsible for helping out the town. You also created or influenced the vast majority of the major threats in the first place. The Yokians, dude, they only came to Retroville because of your signal. The same goes for Meldar Prime. The nanobots, Shirley, and Evil Jimmy were all your creations. You caused the Ice Age, Jimmy Jim. You created the sentient pants. You made the sick patch. You turned your teacher into a 50-foot monstrosity. And you injured Santa Claus. You almost ruined Christmas. The vast majority of this town's problem are caused, at least indirectly, by you. And you know what? In all honesty, that would be fine, but you're very intelligent and almost always find a way to fix it. And in the end, it's extremely unlikely that you won't end up benefiting the world a lot more than you'll damage it. My children, and my children's children, are probably going to live in a world free of war and disease, and I'll have you to thank for that. But fuck, dude, I mean, come on. You can't keep using your intelligence as a way to escape your humanity. I didn't ask you to say salt because I thought a customer would seriously care, or because I was insecure. I did it because it made you look weird, and I was trying to get you to adopt behaviors and use language that makes you act and come across like a normal fucking person. Everyone knows what sodium chloride is, man, but calling that outside of the context of a chemistry class makes you seem like someone who defines themselves solely by their intelligence, which is undeniably who you are. I know you think that there's nothing wrong with that being that person, but come on, dude, there is. Taking your IQ and deciding that it elevates you above the rest of the planet is an awful decision that will lead to a life filled with misery and alienation. It will color every interaction you have and make it impossible to have real friends or relationships, Jimbo. I'm not saying that you won't have any, but they won't hold any meaning to you, and they certainly won't bring you any happiness. Sure, you'll probably manage a pity fuck or two in your sophomore year of college after giving some drunk sorority girl a jetpack ride back to her dorm, but it'll bring you nothing but emptiness. Maybe you'll eventually abandon women altogether and decide that your true love is science. Secretly seething inside whenever you see a guy like Nick or Bulby getting married to someone who they really care about. Who cares about him? You'll say I'm exaggerating, but dude, look at how you treat people in your life now. Carl and Sheen, quirks aside, really do see you as a friend, and they'd go through some serious shit if it meant helping you out of any scrape. Can you say the same thing about them? As anything other than the only two kids your age willing to put up with your ridiculous ego? What have you ever done with them? Inventing doesn't count, dude. Even when you build something for someone else, you're really doing that for you. Every Llama-bot Ultralord simulator is only created with the expectation of further praise for you. They're not friends to you, they're worshippers. And your parents? Lord, the way you treat them. You think I've got folks that care about me the way your mom and dad do, working in a shithole like this? I fucking wish. Every day your dad probably watches you scarf down the dinner your mom slaved to make for you, and prays that you might think about spending some fucking time with him instead of disappearing into your lab for doing God knows what. They watch you. They watch you toy with dimensional warping science that they can't wrap their minds around on a daily basis, and you laugh at them for worrying about you. Have you ever played catch with your dad, Jimmy? Have you ever asked him how day at work was? You don't have a clue what I do for a dad like yours in my life, dude. And what about your mom? Why not invent something that'll make her life easier instead of gallivanting around like the Bermuda Triangle to play with some fucking seaweed? We both know the reason. She would thank you for it. She'd be happy to imagine a version of you that would thought of an instant about the needs of a normal person, but she wouldn't call you the greatest thing in the universe for something like your friends do. And in Neutron's world, whoever doesn't do that might as well not exist. Ignore me if you want, man, but keep going the way you're going, and I'll see you in 30 years lugging around 16 Nobel Prizes in your pockets as if they could substitute for a life's worth of human love and interaction. You've always mocked Calamitous for his inability to finish what he started, but the man had a wife and a daughter, man, that tolerated him enough to stay in his life through everything, and at the rate you're going, I'd be amazed if you could even manage the same with Goddard. The rest of Retroville? Jimmy, they'll never be able to do what you do. They'll never be able to invent rockets, solve cold fusion, or add 3 numbers together, but they will genuinely find love and friendship, and they will call it salt, despite everything you accomplish. You'll only be remembered as nothing more than the man who wouldn't, who couldn't, perhaps. Get out, dude. You're fired.